Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome back to Let's Play Power Strike 2 for the Sega Master System. We are on the 8th and final stage, and all that there really is to do here, as I accidentally touched my microphone, is build up the weapon that you want, and then be sure that you pick up as many P icons as you can too, because you're going to need all that power just to get through here, and all the lives that you have too. So here's the first phase of the final boss. You really want to avoid those red shots. The blue shots can be taken out, but the red ones can't. And I really had to try to get out of the way of those red shots. I just stick all the way to the bottom and just watch where my ship is, and hopefully make sure that the spin shields mop up the shots that can be destroyed, these orange shots that are coming out of the side turrets, and any spare blue shots that my weapon doesn't take out. Use the super shot whenever I can, and then we have to take out a bunch of debris before we take on the second phase of this boss, which shoots out a lot of these little cylinders that seem like firecrackers or something. You want to stay to the side, and you also want to keep the ship away from all the flames that are coming out of the mouth of the face of this ship too. I'll also let out the super shot whenever necessary, because I know that I'm gonna need it. And yeah, you're better off just sticking to the side whenever the boss moves around in the circle. This boss is a little easier to hit with Weapon 4, but just a little bit easier. But once you see the explosions coming out of the boss, you've beaten the boss for good. And with this being the last stage, you get 1 million bonus points, and you get to land back at headquarters, where a bunch of people come out of the castle, as well as the building to the right there, and give you a hero's welcome. And with that, we have beaten Power Strike 2 for the Sega Master System. Let's watch the credits roll as I give my little mini review of this game. I'm going to start with the graphics. They're pretty good. They're pretty colorful. You can easily identify stuff, but at the same time, it's pretty brightly colored, and it's sometimes hard to see shots coming from the enemies, especially those yellow ones that come towards you, like those shots from the turrets and basically just about every enemy that there is. And not surprisingly, I had more than a couple instances where a shot would slip between my spin shields and I would get hit and I'd lose a life. And because of this, I consider this game to be fun as GG Aleste. Maybe just a little bit more, but it's definitely the harder game between this and GG Aleste. As for sound and music, it's pretty darn good. It's pretty much what you'd expect from Compile. It's not terrible, and it's pretty good if you can hear it over all of your gunfire. Play control, pretty responsive. I didn't have much of a problem with it. I could complain about some of the things again, but I think that's more under graphics than it was for play control. If you played GG Aleste for Game Gear, you pretty much know what to expect for the gameplay and play control for this game. And interestingly, you can press button 1 on the end screen with the score and high score, or you can just let it go back to the title screen. And if you do that, and go to the options menu, you will get a picture of your own character, the main protagonist of the game, just from beating the game and going back to the options menu, believe it or not. And finally, the replay value. Once you've beaten this game, I would say that you've seen all there is to see, but There are multiple difficulties. Game's pretty hard enough on normal, but I can imagine this game being quite the challenge on the higher ones. Especially on Wild. And finally, is this game worth picking up? Well, if you can get it somehow, why not? It's not a bad game from Compile. Compile did a pretty good job with this one, just like with GG Alesta. I know that I'm comparing the game to GG Alesta because that's the only other Game Gear / Master System game from Compile that I've played. And it's quite similar to that one, and both games are pretty good. But be prepared for a bit of a challenge. This one can be a little difficult, especially when you can barely see the enemy shots coming at you. I feel like I was really playing that game with the skin of my teeth. Well, this one, not GG Alesta. GG Alesta, a little bit easier. This one, a little bit harder. Definitely get this one if you can. So this has been Let's Play Power Strike 2 for the Sega Master System. Hopefully I will be back with another game. Maybe it'll be good. Maybe it'll be bad. Maybe it'll be somewhere in between. Who knows? Until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care. Stay safe. Thanks for watching and see y'all later.